You know that one person who never brags about money, never posts about it, but somehow always has it when it matters? Chances are, whatever they own isn't glamorous. It's boring. And that's exactly why it works. Today we're covering a list of unglamorous, overlooked businesses that quietly outlast most flashy startups, the kind of businesses almost nobody wants to admit they'd start, right up until they see how steady the income actually is. Stick around for the last one, because it ties everything else together. First up, laundromats. Unsexy, sure, but laundromats have one of the highest business survival rates in the country, largely because demand never disappears. Clothes get dirty whether the economy is booming or not. A well-run location can pull six-figure annual profit with strong margins, and the customer base is almost entirely repeat business, because nobody needs convincing to wash their clothes. Next, automated car washes. This industry has grown into a multi-billion-dollar space, and a single well-placed automated wash can produce well over $100,000 a year in profit once it's up and running. The real trend reshaping this space is the membership model. Customers pay a flat monthly fee and wash whenever they want, which turns an occasional purchase into predictable recurring revenue. Third, vending machines. This is one of the lowest barrier entries on the list. You can start with a modest budget and no employees. The real money isn't in one machine, it's in dozens spread across strategic locations, gyms, offices, hotels. And the more specific the niche, think specialty snacks, electronics, accessories, or beauty products, the less competition you'll run into. Fourth, junk removal and hauling. Waste never stops being generated, and while you're not going to compete with the giant national waste companies, a single truck and a few bins can turn into a legitimate local hauling business with surprisingly strong margins. Fifth, pressure washing. Startup costs here are low. A solid pressure washer, a truck, and some business cards. Jobs typically run a few $100s each, and the best part is the business markets itself. One clean driveway in a neighborhood, and the neighbors start calling. Sixth, self-storage. This industry is enormous, and a huge share of it is still run by independent owners rather than big chains, meaning there's still room to enter. The customer behavior here is wild. Many renters keep paying month after month long after they've forgotten what's actually inside the unit. That's about as close to pure recurring income as it gets. Seventh, pest control. Almost entirely a recurring revenue business. Most residential income in this space comes from repeat service contracts, not one-time jobs. Pests, like laundry, are not a problem that ever fully goes away. Eighth, landscaping. Low barrier to entry, but most people running these businesses make the same mistake. They price themselves like an employee instead of a business owner. The real growth happens the moment someone shifts from personally mowing lawns to managing a crew that does it for them. Ninth, commercial cleaning contracts. Different animal entirely from house cleaning. A single office or medical facility contract can be worth thousands per month and typically renews automatically year after year. 10th, pool cleaning. Especially valuable in warm weather states. This is a route-based business. Show up, service, move to the next stop, and it pays year-round, since pools need upkeep even in the off-season. 11th, mobile detailing. Like a car wash, but you go to the customer instead of them coming to you. No storefront, no rent, and a handful of jobs a day can add up to serious daily income. 12th, scrap metal collection. Construction sites, remodels, and old electronics all produce scrap that's worth real money to the right buyer. This is essentially a middleman business. You collect, you sell to a recycler, you keep the spread. 13th, ice vending. Yes, machines that just sell bagged or bulk ice, running around the clock without employees. Especially strong in hot climates and near campgrounds or RV parks. 14th, ATM ownership. A modest upfront cost per machine, placed in the right local business, generates a small transaction fee every time it's used. Not life-changing with one machine but stack several, and it becomes real, largely passive income. 15th, portable restroom rental. Every event, festival, and construction site needs them, and daily rental rates add up fast across a fleet of units. Not glamorous. Genuinely profitable. 16th, pet waste removal. There are tens of millions of dog-owning households in the country, and a large portion of them would happily pay someone else to deal with the yard. The math adds up faster than people expect once you have a real client base. 17th, parking lot striping. Nearly every commercial property needs its lot lines repainted periodically, often as a legal requirement. Equipment costs are modest, jobs pay well for a few hours of work, and almost nobody realizes this is even a standalone business. 18th, appliance repair. When a fridge or washer breaks, people want it fixed today, not next week, and replacing an appliance costs far more than repairing one. On top of that, the pool of trained repair techs is aging out faster than new ones are entering the trade, meaning less competition with each passing year. 19th, notary and loan signing services. Cheap to get certified, and each signing pays a solid flat fee. Specializing in real estate closings pushes the pay per appointment even higher, and if you speak a second language, you open up a client base most notaries can't touch. And the 20th, the one to actually remember: laundry pickup and delivery. This one combines almost everything from the rest of the list. Recurring revenue, low competition, and a growing appetite for convenience. You don't even need to own a laundromat yourself. Partner with one that already exists, handle the pickup, delivery, and customer relationship, and keep a solid margin on top. In most mid-size cities, this barely exists yet as a real organized service. The opportunity is sitting there, mostly untouched. Now, before you feel overwhelmed by 20 options, here's the actual advice: don't try to start all 20. Pick the one that fits your budget, your area. And this part matters: what you're actually willing to do without caring how it looks to other people. Because most of these businesses require getting your hands dirty in a very literal sense, and that discomfort is exactly what keeps the competition thin. Consider two people, both around the same age, both earning a similar modest salary. One spends years waiting for the perfect, impressive business idea, so meeting that sounds good at a dinner party, and never actually starts anything. The other buys a basic pressure washer, prints some cheap business cards, and starts knocking on doors in his own neighborhood. The first months are slow and a little embarrassing. Within a year, steady contracts start rolling in. A few years later, that boring, pressure-washing side project has grown into a real operation with employees and six-figure annual revenue, while the first person is still searching for the perfect idea. The difference was never talent, luck, or education. It was simply being willing to start with something unglamorous while everyone else waited for something impressive. That's really the through line across this entire list. None of these businesses need the economy to be booming to work, because they solve problems that never fully go away. Clothes get dirty. Pests come back. Trash piles up. Appliances break. Pools need cleaning. The people quietly building real, lasting wealth aren't chasing the next flashy idea. They're the ones willing to do the unglamorous thing that everyone else is too proud to consider.